Flux was started on a very simple idea. It's because there is no data infrastructure connecting what we buy to our payment method. They use these receipts to reconcile exactly what they've been buying.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another Tech Times exclusive. Today we're speaking about Flux. And to tell us about Flux is their newly appointed CEO and co-founder, Veronique Barbosa. Veronique, thanks for joining us today.
Hi Chris, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So if you could please, we'll jump straight in, and you can first, congratulations on your newly appointed position.
Thank you. I'm really excited.
It's fantastic. You obviously deserve it. You've got some major accolades, I think, from Forbes, 30 under 30 in 2018, as well as Business Insider's FinTech 35 under 35 the same year. So it's well deserved. And again, congratulations from us here at Tech Times.
Thank you so much. And I'm so proud to be representing the less than 6% of female CEOs in FinTech. So very, very happy with that.
Oh, yeah, that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So let's jump right in. And you can tell us about Flux and the inspiration behind it.
Absolutely. So Flux was started on a very simple idea. We thought it was completely insane that you went from a 21st century payment, either with your watch or using Face ID, and the end result of that experience was this tiny little piece of paper.
Right.
And we thought to ourselves, how insane is it that today we go from 21st century contactless, Face ID, watch payments to the only record of that actual purchase is on a little piece of paper, especially when it comes to offline purchases. And we just thought that was completely insane. So we started digging around this idea to understand why. Why does this exist? Why do paper receipts still exist? And when you get to the core of it, it's because there is no data infrastructure connecting what we buy to our payment method. There is no connection available today. There's no data source. So we've gone ahead and built that.
Okay, and I completely understand that. So how would you say Flux is, revolutionizing? Like, what does this do for the customer as well as the merchant?
Oh, in so many different ways. So receipt data is at the core of so many of our experiences today, and sometimes we don't even realize it. And we just accept the fact that many of our experiences today have to remain analog because the data is just not digitized. So for our consumers and retailers specifically, one of the key problems we're able to solve today is because we now have built this digital receipt network, and we're so proud that we've just hit some huge milestones on our side with 1 million customers in the UK now using the platform, growing at 36,000 every single month, which is about a football stadium's worth of customers every month, and having delivered over 11 million digital receipts, growing at 700,000 on average per month.
Wow.
So with this huge network now, we are able to go beyond the value of giving a digital record of the purchase to our customer, which is already valuable. So a lot of our customers shared feedback around how they use these receipts to reconcile exactly what they've been buying over the last few weeks. They look at it to see, oh gosh, like what exactly did I buy at KFC or Just Eat, and what were the calories I actually consumed in the last few weeks. So it's a really great, convenient digital record of that. We're taking that to the next level to look at our next product, which is card-linked offers. So card-linked offers is a really well understood space, but when you add in the power of receipt data to card-linked offers, all of a sudden you can start to do some really sophisticated, relevant offers for customers. So if we, with your permission, know that you're part of a group of customers that loves, French fries, then we can provide very specific, relevant offers to you based on the product level. And for the consumer, it means having really relevant offers that get you money back faster and more frequently. It means you can benefit from our platform, which, because it's so connected, our cashback arrives instantly in less than 11 seconds typically, which is a huge value add. And finally, for retailers, it means they can really control the offers they're able to give customers. They can control the spend on that offer in order to maximize ROI on their side. So that's one example of the platform that we're focusing on now. And where we see the company going in the next few years is the bigger and bigger we're able to grow the network, the more we can start to digitize experiences like expensing. So the more retailers on our network, the more opportunities we'll have to help consumers digitize and automate expensing, for example. So the applications of receipt data are enormous. They're almost, like, you can't almost count them all. So it's really exciting being able to create this infrastructure and take it forward.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I can imagine the benefit that consumers have as well as merchants. And personally, I would absolutely love this because I'm the type of person, the type of shopper, I guess you could say, or consumer, that the receipt gets not filed away nicely. It gets crammed in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, and then you end up with one of these, like, what is this? This is from 2 weeks ago. One of those type things.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to have this as an option in my daily spending routine. And I understand you have partnered with some pretty big names.
Yes. Yeah.
Would you care to drop a few of those for us?
Absolutely. So it's a bit crazy to mention these partners now, knowing how hard we've worked over the last years to make it happen. But we work with some of the largest banks in the country, including Barclays and Monzo Bank. We also work with some of the largest retailers in the country, like H&M, Just Eat, KFC, Shoe, and many, many others. So we've built a phenomenal network that is continuing to grow every single month. And yeah, it's very exciting because it brings to life the vision, which felt impossible when we first started the company, you know, sitting there thinking, how hard can it be to get big banks and big retailers to integrate and want to work with your API? And it's been a journey. It's been nothing short of difficult, but Flux, anyone who works at Flux, I think the number one quality we all share is we are relentless and we are passionate about what we're trying to solve. We fundamentally believe this technology has to exist, and that's what we're going after.
Okay, well, I want to ask you kind of, well, not off topic, but a little curveball. Why call it Flux?
Yes, well, there was a lot of debate over the name, and fundamentally, it's there to represent, you know, the concept in physics that the only constant in life is change. And Flux is bringing about really significant change to the industry, to our experiences, and the ability to finally take something that's been analog for so long and make it digital. So it's a homage to that.
Okay, I see. Well, that makes perfect sense. For some reason, I anticipated that it was fluctuation. You know, is what I was saying.
Similar, yeah.
But so yeah. So at what point? I know you're also co-founder B of Flux. So at what point in the process did you have that eureka moment?
So you mean what kind of when we knew we were onto the right idea, or?
Okay, this is going to work out.
Yeah, there was a kind of sequence of events that happened very early on where firstly, we applied to the Barclays Techstars Accelerator back in 2017. And we applied with a design, a business plan, and nothing more than that. And they saw the opportunity we were going after and got very excited about that. So that was a first big milestone for us. Then whilst we were in the program building out the company, we won our first client. And we didn't win a corner shop. We won business from Eat, who at the time had over 120 stores, I believe, in the UK. And their CEO sat down with us for probably less than 40 minutes. We showed him a hacky demo we'd put together of the vision, because it didn't exist. So we, our other co-founder and our CTO, Tom, hacked together this demo using a iZettle terminal and the Monzo developer API, which is an open API you could use your personal account. And we hacked together a demo that showed that we could actually automate receipting into a banking app. Payment went through, put the receipt straight in the app, and showed it to him. And then explained, when we build this connection, we can start to build really exciting products on top of it that customers will opt in for. And it essentially becomes this powerful customer engagement and paperless effort that has the multiple win of having the environmental benefit of getting rid of receipts and a much more cost-effective customer engagement tool through offers. And he loved it, and he thought it was genius that we had linked this data to these payment cards. He'd never seen anything quite like that. So he said yes. And with that, we were able to win our first bank partnership with Monzo officially. And the rest is history.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when you're onto something, you're onto something, right? It's like, and I feel a little, I don't know the right word to use. I actually had this thought a few years ago, and I mentioned it as we're leaving a retail store. I mentioned it to my wife, and I said, why do we still get these things? Like, I don't need this thing. Like, other than, if something's broken or, if it's a huge, purchase and, I need to, whatever, but that the physical paper is just pointless.
Yeah, it's useless.
And it's just something else, to keep up with. But I thought about it, and I was like, it would be nice if, every time I buy something, it's just here, in my phone. Exactly.
And I mean, it's so interesting to hear that, because it's not the first time I've heard that. And I think it comes across to your mind all the time, because we transact all day, every day, get these paper receipts at least, multiple times per week. And thankfully, people are starting to make it optional, so they don't just print automatically. I mean, definitely not, the likes of CVS, which always get made fun of on the internet for their enormous receipts. But so at least that. But then, the history of your life's purchases are on these tiny little pieces of paper that just disintegrate and disappear. So it is a really hard problem to solve. You have 3 players that all have to be on board with it, which is the consumer, the retailer, and the bank, or the provider of card payment data, in order to make that match possible. So it's a really challenging marketplace problem. It took us a bit of time to crack the flywheel and figure out how to get this network off the ground, but we did it, and we're really excited to keep scaling that here and hopefully beyond the UK in the future.
Yeah, that was going to be probably my ending question is, I'm not in the UK. I'm living in the US, but, I want this. Like, like I said, I had this idea, and now it's here. When I was doing my research, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't miss it, because you guys have been doing it since 2017. And, I just thought of it like 2019. Here I thought I was like, a revolutionary idea. You guys had beat me to it. Luckily, I didn't move on it, or I would have been heartbroken even more. But, so when I bank, or when I make payments to certain things, they request like a screenshot, if it's an online payment. Is this basically eliminating that whole screenshot, the whatever it's called, the transaction?
It eliminates, if I understood your question correctly, it eliminates the screenshot and the kind of photo capture step. So those solutions have been really useful in bridging the problem, but at the end of the day, they are just a band-aid. They're not the actual solution to the problem, which is the problem being the data is not digital. Right. Taking a photo of the receipt helps to digitize it, but it doesn't solve the root problem, which is the data is still not digitized and in any automated fashion. So, yeah, I think those solutions are useful, but I do believe. Obviously, I'm really biased, but when I close my eyes, like I fundamentally believe digital receipting linked to payment cards will be pervasive. It will be the norm in the years to come, just like contactless payments have become the norm, at least in the UK and most of Europe, and that's still quite new. It's been around about 11 years or 12 years now. And we've actually had the pleasure of working with a lot of the people at Barclays who launched contactless, and they see so many similarities in what we're doing versus what they did, which is launching a really innovative new technology linked to payment cards and driving forward with adoption. So it'll happen, and I just believe it's a matter of time.
Yeah, well, I think it's a natural evolution. I think from cash to contactless to now. Don't even hand me a receipt. I'm not giving cash. I'm not giving you paper. Don't give me paper type thing.
I know. I mean, like it can't be possible that we're going to Mars, and the best we can do is paper receipt.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't be true.
I definitely appreciate all the work you guys have put in and will continue to put in. I'm excited when it becomes available in my area. I can guarantee you I'll be one of the first on there, and I may even claim a tad bit of ownership, even just to myself. I had this idea.
Honorary founder.
Okay, all right, that works. So, what can we expect from Flux in? I'm not going to say the near future, because I feel like you guys are moving so fast that you could probably name 100 things. So like say within the next couple of years, what is it that you're really striving for?
So we are now on a path to material revenue for the business, growing the network, all three sides of the network, the consumer, retailer, and bank side, which will put us in the position to begin to launch successfully the following product suites that we have as part of our long-term strategy. So the likes of automated expensing partnerships, automated nutrition tracking, which can all be made possible as the network starts to hit mass market coverage. So that's what's in store for us next.
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities that can come just from, I mean, we're basically consumers, everyone is a consumer. So if you can take what you purchase and actually get, an analysis of it, like you're spending too much over here, or, this is, you bought this twice or something, like look for it. It's probably in your kitchen, but one of those type things. I think it's great, and I really do look forward to it. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend with us here tonight.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And feel free, anytime you have an announcement or anything that you guys would like to talk about, we are 100% open to have you back.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, great. So we'll see you next time.
See you next time.